Final Score with Nick Walters on Fox 16.
Welcome into the show, everybody, and happy Easter. It's a day celebrated with Easter baskets and, of course, egg hunts. You know those gold eggs that are the hardest to find but hold the best candy or maybe even some money? Well, Eric Musselman and the Hogs may have just scooped up 6 of them. With a trio of 5-stars and 4-star prospects, the Razorbacks have the second-ranked signing class in the entire nation. 3 coming from inside state lines, the others being brought in with open arms. So let's meet one of the future Hogs being adopted as our own. Out of all these white jerseys right here, who's the black sheep? Well, it's a kid from Alabama who passed up on offers from the Tide and Auburn to help bring Arkansas to the next level. Barry Dunning is a top 100 recruit, the back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year in his state, just like Darian Ford in ours. He's a 6'6" small forward who hails from Mobile and played for McGill Tulane. And the man himself joins the show now. Now, Barry, happy Easter, and thank you so much for coming on with us. We'll check out your highlights in a bit, but you're set to join a team that's coming off 2 straight Elite 8 appearances this season, taking down a #1 team twice in Auburn and Gonzaga. Long before that deep run went down, you made the decision to commit to the Hogs. So what did you make of this season and all they were able to accomplish?
Really just get back to that same point that they got to. Showing all the hard work they have put in, the dedication to get into their goal, and shown. And after we lost to Duke, it was a tough loss, but knowing that they have the chip on their shoulder and we coming in next year to win that Natty next year is really big and important. Really showing me what that program is really about.
No doubt, and you, of course, pledging to the Hogs really shows your respect for Eric Musselman and that team. Now, Barry, you're 6'6", 205. From the looks of the highlights we're about to see, you have range and you can flush it. What do you think you can bring to the table on the hill?
First things first, just play hard, give it all I got. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life when I get there and try to stay in the best shape there. But really, I can just, anything Coach Musselman wants me to do, I can shoot from the 3. I got a great mid-range game. It's like my bread and butter. I can get to the rack, and also take a point in defense. I feel like defense win games. You can take defense anywhere. So just getting the whole 9 yards in my game when I get there to Arkansas.
I love it. Well, Barry, Anthony Black committed to the Hogs at the McDonald's All-American game. That put this signing class on the national spotlight, of course, being joined by Joseph Pinion, Darian Ford, Nick Smith, Jordan Walsh. What a class you guys have. But, of course, you committed before some others did. Why exactly did you choose to become a Hog and not stay in-state there at Alabama?
It was a hard decision, but, through my whole career process, Coach Musselman and his staff always kept in good contact with me. We talked almost every single day, ever since they offered me June 15th. And really just their program, I feel like Coach Musselman and his staff can, grow my potential as a basketball player and off the court, on and off the court. So, just being part of this program is a beautiful thing.
Barry, ESPN has Arkansas as their early pick to win the national championship. That's a lot of hype, and that kind of hype we haven't seen in Arkansas for any sport, any of the big 3 ones at least, in quite some time. What do you make of the potential of this coming season because of the signing class that you were a part of?
The sky's not the limit for us. There's space and there's other planets. So I just feel like with this class and the group of guys that we have coming in from this year's team and from the portal, and with this class, it's going to be great group of guys. Our games are very similar but different, and I feel like with all of these pieces, we're going to make the big puzzle and win that Natty this year.
I love it. There's a lot of confidence there, and of course you see Anthony Black holding up the Gatorade bottle. What a moment that must have been for you to know that there's so much hype around the team and also respect from fellow recruits. Now, Barry, let's get to know you a little bit because you're not like the 3 in-state players, so not a lot of people in Arkansas have gotten to know you a lot. So tell us how your career has progressed to where now here we are today, and you're a 4-star Razorback signee.
7th grade year, I've been playing with Alabama Fuse from my 7th grade all the way to my 10th grade year. Just playing with them was a great AAU program. And I went to Clarkshaw Middle School, and I was training for the St. Mary's. And, I played at McGill too for the past 4 years of my high school career. McGill has gave me the best experience in high school career on and off the court. Great coaching side to play the game of basketball. And really, my 9th grade year, I was just enjoying the game of basketball. Then that summer, I'll say it was the best summer right there because, I came in and got offered from Alabama, Auburn, in-state offers. And then I got ranked for the first time on 24/7. And, I'm just the guy on and off the court, especially off the court. I'm just a guy that just enjoy it, every second. Never take a day for granted. Love to get in the community. I really cherish both of everyone's relationships and bonds with everybody. And so, just going my 4 years of high school, coming 10th grade year, I was able to play AAU. Then I played Night Riders Elite my last AAU season. And then, I committed. July 5th. I think it's one of the best days ever, committing to the Hogs and the Razorbacks, and I got so much love there, and really just, that's all about me.
Yeah, all that growth made you a back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year in Alabama, and those highlights show why. Now, 5 other signees coming onto the Hill with you, and all of them have their own different talents. They're different kind of players. How do you think you can fit in the puzzle there with Eric Musselman in your first year?
Really, I'm just a guy that can do it all. I feel like I can play all positions. I feel like I'm a complete player, and that's what they preached when I took my visit there. When I committed, was just being a complete player. Doing what's asked of you. They asked me to be a shooter, be a shooter. They asked me to get boards, get boards. They asked me to go play my game, go play my game. They asked me to go play defense. So I just feel like, with my game, everybody's game, we can really fit and make it, have great teams.
All right, and of course we talk about legacies in Arkansas sports all the time here on Fox 16. But Barry, last one for you. In Alabama, what legacy do you think you've left there as that back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year, being in a state championship game and being considered maybe the best player in that state?
Hopefully, I leave my legacy of never taking a day for granted, always working hard, remaining humble, always keeping God first, always being there for my family support system, always being there in community and supporting others and becoming a good role model for these little kids.
I love it. And by the way, what do you make of Eric Musselman? He's quite the character, is he not?
He really is. No coach like him. I say he's like the best coach in the nation, actually in the whole world, the history of basketball, in my opinion.
I love it. Well, his character and his charisma allowed you and 5 other awesome signees to join the Hill. Now, thank you so much for joining us, Barry, and happy Easter.
You too. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, best of luck for him at the Razorbacks and beyond. Now, after the break, let's switch gears a little bit from hoops to football. Spring ball just wrapped up, so we'll show you one local kid who just made his SEC dreams come true by signing on with his home state Hogs.
You're watching Final Score on Fox 16.
Spring football is in the books, and like going through your Easter candy, there were all sorts of different treats to find in Saturday's open scrimmage. From starters showing they're back and better than ever to newcomers getting their feet wet. The arrow is looking up as we inch towards the fall. But if you have your ears perked up like the Easter Bunny, let's say, you know that Sam Pittman's roster isn't final just yet, because Arkansas still has 3 open spots left to fill through the transfer portal. And it always helps to add in-state studs like Jayveon Dyer-Jones, who's taking his chances as a walk-on. The 2-time All-State running back made it official by signing on Wednesday. I was at Little Rock Christian as the downhill runner flips the page to his next chapter as a Hog.
Add another homegrown Hog to the list of 2022 signees. Little Rock Christian running back Jayveon Dyer-Jones committed to his home state Razorbacks after a campus visit last weekend. And on Wednesday, he put pen to paper, signing his letter of intent as a preferred walk-on.
Feels good, really. I'm just relieved with the whole process. I 100% know where I'm going. I don't have to stress about it no more. Man, I'm just excited. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to get coached at that level. I'm mostly excited to get coached by the best type of coaching you can get in college football, SEC.
Dyer-Jones has SEC football in his blood. The cousin of former Auburn running back Michael Dyer, he becomes the next in line for his family to play in the conference. Instead of accepting offers from the likes of A-State and Louisiana Tech, Jayveon decides to call the Hogs and walk on at Arkansas.
Man, I wasn't a Razorback fan at first, growing up I watched Auburn. 1 is close, it's in state. 2, I went down Saturday, I liked what I saw down there. Had a good talk with Coach Smith, the running back coach, and I think I would find a place down there. And even the opportunity that I'm getting is, a lot of people don't get it, so I just thank God.
With a low center of gravity at 5'9", Dyer-Jones proved time and time again that he's a threat with the ball in his hands. Over his decorated high school career that included a state championship and a pair of runner-up finishes, Jayveon racked up over 3,500 yards and scored 38 touchdowns, being an all-state selection in back-to-back years. In 13 games over his senior season, the Warrior got into the end zone 20 times, averaging a whopping 7.5 yards per carry. His 1,760 rushing yards ranking 5th in Arkansas and number 1 in Class 5A. He plans to bring that same dynamic style of play to the Hill with the goal of seeing the field down the line.
I'm a downhill runner. Going into the fall is just get in the system, learn everything I can, get accustomed to it. And I know when I get up there, they'll give me more tools, so I can bring anything to the table because, that's the best type of coaching. I'll be any type of back they want me to be, I'll be that type of back.
Yeah, Jayveon's real physical. He's a physical power runner. He's strong. He's one of our best weight room guys. He's durable. That's one of the biggest things in football right now is his durability. He started for 2 years for us at the varsity level, two-time All-State 5A football player, and missed hardly any snaps ever. Carried a lot of carries, never fumbled his entire senior year, and only once his junior year. So durability, ball security, power running is what he's known for, but he also is extremely fast. He runs a 4.5 40, so he's deceptively fast. He also really worked hard his senior year, improving jump cuts and cutting and making people miss as well, not just running over people.
Dyer-Jones joins a young, talented running back room that's considered one of the bright spots for this year's Razorbacks, learning under standouts like Dominic Johnson and Raheem Sanders, competing with fellow 2022 signee James Joyner, and being groomed by running backs coach Jimmy Smith are all things Dyer-Jones is looking forward to.
I'm making them a serious staff, a winning mentality staff. I like what they're about up there. Everybody going 100% every time, full speed. That's what they coach, and that's what I like. Man, Coach Smith, he a good dude. He's good at, laying the opportunity down for you. He told me, he gave me his word. He was like, he want me to come up here, and I want to talk to you about opportunity. And when I got up there, he talked to me about opportunity. I decided off of how I felt. Most visits I go on, I have, I'm a little nervous. I was in Fayetteville, I wasn't nervous at all. I felt comfortable, was talking to a lot of coaches, they opened up, they talked to me, I just felt comfort. I let down my guard down up there, so I was able to do that.
Arkansas is no stranger to walk-ons making an impact. All-SEC linebacker Grant Morgan winning the Burlsworth Award last season as the nation's best player who started their careers as walk-ons. Dyer-Jones hopes he can follow in those footsteps, first off in practice and making his presence felt on game days sooner rather than later.
Oh man, it's just like what goes back to in my high school days, my coaches always said, win every rep. Have in your mind, you're gonna win every play. So I just go into a game with anything I do, try my hardest, and I'm gonna win that rep, I'm gonna win that play.
Despite posting some of the best stats in the state, Dyer-Jones didn't get the Power 5 interest he hoped for on the recruiting trail. Now walking on as a Razorback, he's letting that doubt add fuel to his fire in his next chapter.
I think Jayveon has always done a good job of proving people, to people how good a running back he is. He's a guy that just has been overachieving the last 2 or 3 seasons. I think that, he had in his heart and mind that he could play Division I football, and so some of the smaller schools and things, he kind of said, hey, I'm wanting to play Division I football, and so he followed his heart, and he's getting that chance to play Division I football. But I think definitely that drives him that, more people weren't knocking down his door. He's excited, and I can't wait to watch his future career progress.
Dyer-Jones went 6 years through Little Rock Christian Athletics, starring in 3 football seasons that culminated with a trip to War Memorial in December. He's thankful for his time in Warriorville and will take the lessons he learned with him to the Hill.
Really what I'm going to take away is really the school itself, and also the coaching here has been great too. We got some good experienced coaches on our coaching staff, so I think that's what helped us a lot here.
Nick Walters, Fox 16.
Best of luck to Jayveon and James Joyner, 2 running backs from right here in Little Rock who are headed to the Hill. Now after the break, Sports Director Wes Moore will have a special interview. Directors from the FCA Golf Tournament join the show to talk about one special event. Stay with us.
You're watching Final Score on Fox 16.
We hope you enjoyed your Easter Sunday. So before you go, let's celebrate the holiday with a little Arkansas sports twist. Some standout athletes in the state happen to boast the last name of Easter, and they made some plays this year that were the plays of the week. Let's start it off with 4-star tight end Shamar Easter, the first commit of the Razorbacks 2023 class. Down in Ashdown, Shamar has made use of his 6'5" frame and crazy hops. He can high point balls that makes that circus catch possible, and he's got springs that would make the Easter Bunny jealous. A multi-sport athlete, Shamar plays football, basketball, plus track and field. One of his fortes being high jump, so he decided right there in practice to leap over his own coach. That bar set at 6'3", showing off his athleticism, doing right by the name Easter, and making rabbits everywhere proud. Plus, making Hog fans salivate like they're back right there at Easter feast. So that's not the only athlete in Arkansas who dons the name of Easter. In fact, one who's the pride of Magee took home last season's Fearless Friday Award for Best Special Teams Play. In honor of the holiday, check out Jody Easter pulling a rabbit out of the hat last October.
Cats sail up the punt. Owls pull up some tricks up their sleeve. The lateral goes to Jody. Easter says, "Eat dirt." The monster stiff arm, and he's looking for more. The hesitation, the burst. Now you see me, now you don't. He's out of here. It may be Halloween season, folks, but it's always Easter in Magee.
Awesome. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. We hope you and yours had a very happy Easter, and thanks a lot for joining us to cap off your holiday. For all the hardworking men and women who make this show possible, I'm Nick Walters. Have an awesome week, and we're going to see you right here next week on The Final Score.